Have you ever studied something for hours, maybe for a test, a big exam, or just something you really wanted to remember, only to forget it all the very next day? You're not alone. In fact, research shows that our brains forget about 70% of what we learn within just 24 hours. It's not because you're lazy or not smart. It's simply how the human brain works. But here's the surprising part: in Japan, students learn and remember thousands of complicated characters, and they remember them for years. So, how do they do it? Are they born smarter? Do they study non-stop all day and night? Actually, no. The real difference is, they don't study harder, they study smarter. Most of us were never taught how to actually study. We were told to highlight our books, read our notes, or cram the night before a test. These methods feel like they're working, but they're not. It's like trying to fill a leaking bucket with water. You put in effort, but it doesn't stick. Your brain treats that kind of learning like background noise, like an ad you skip without even thinking. That's not your fault. It's how memory works. There's even a name for it, the forgetting curve. Without the right methods, your brain just lets go of most information, usually within days. But the good news is, you can beat the system. You don't need to study longer, you just need better tools. And today, you're going to learn 5 simple methods used by Japanese students that help them remember things easily and for a long time. They're easy, practical, and anyone can use them. The first one is called active recall. Most students try to put information into their brains by reading or watching videos. But that's not where real learning happens. Real learning starts when you try to pull the information out. That means trying to remember something without looking. It's kind of like exercise. When you lift weights, your muscles grow. When you try to recall something, your brain gets stronger. So here's how you do it. Close your book or notebook, grab a blank sheet of paper, and write down everything you remember about a topic. Don't peek. It might feel hard, but that struggle is where real learning happens. While others are reading passively and forgetting later, you'll be actively training your brain to hold onto the information. The second method is called the Kuman method, and it's used in schools all across Japan. Think of learning like building a tower with blocks. You don't build the whole thing at once. You add one block at a time. Kuman works the same way. Instead of stuffing your brain with a ton of information at once, you learn in small, daily pieces, just 15 to 30 minutes a day. It doesn't feel like much, but over time it adds up to something powerful. Even best-selling author James Clear talks about this in his book Atomic Habits. Just a 1% improvement every day can make you 37 times better in 1 year. Kuman isn't just about doing a lot, it's about doing a little, really well, every single day. The third method is spaced repetition. It's like watering a plant. You don't pour a whole bucket of water at once and walk away. You water it a little at a time, over days and weeks. That's how memory works too. Instead of studying something once and moving on, you revisit it right before your brain starts to forget. Maybe after a day, then 3 days, then a week, and so on. Every time you do, the memory grows stronger. This is how Japanese students avoid cramming. They space out their learning, and it sticks. The fourth technique is based on a powerful idea called Kaizen. It means change for the better, or small daily progress. Japanese students don't try to become perfect in 1 day. They focus on tiny, consistent improvement. You don't need hours of studying. You just need a few focused minutes. In fact, with just 6 minutes a day, you can become smarter over time. Try this. 2 minutes of active recall, 2 minutes of spaced repetition, and 2 minutes of focused practice. That's it. Do it daily, and you'll be amazed at how much you improve in a month. The final method is something called SU, which means deep focus. In Japan, students train themselves to focus deeply by using little rituals like lighting a candle, sitting in the same spot, or using the same pen every time they study. These signals tell their brain, it's time to learn. You can do the same. Find a quiet place, turn off distractions, and do something small that helps your brain shift into study mode. It might be sitting at a certain desk or listening to calm music. When you focus fully, your brain absorbs information much faster and remembers it longer. So now, you can use these simple, science-backed methods and start learning smarter, not harder. You don't have to change everything today. Just start with one of these techniques. Try it right now. You might be surprised at how much easier studying becomes. Remember, even small steps can lead to big changes. The top 1% of learners aren't smarter, they just learn differently. Now it's your turn. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more tips like this.